So, good day everyone, good day ma'am. My report is about Appendix B, B10 to B11. I am Clark Christopher Roligi Dairo. So, Appendix B10, Inspection and Testing. So, B10.1, Inspection. Applicable provisions of Section 501 of this code and this appendix shall be complied with. Permits shall be required per Section 100 of this code. So, Section 100 is the permit required. So, to ensure compliance of the provisions of this code, the professional services of a registered and licensed master plumber shall be enlisted in accordance with the Public Act 1378, the Plumbing Law. It shall be unlawful for any person, firm, or corporation, whether acting as principal, servant, agent, or employee, to do or cause to be done any plumbing or drainage work for which a permit is required without securing prior permit from the office of the official having jurisdiction under the Department of Public Works and Highways, the Department of Interior and Local Government, or city mayors. So sa Section 501, Inspection and Testing. So Section 501.1.1, Scope. A new plumbing work and such portions of existing systems as may be affected by new work or any changes shall be inspected by the administrative authority to ensure compliance with all the requirements of this code and to assume that the installation and construction of the plumbing system are in compliance are in accordance with approved plans and specifications. So kaning administrative authority, so muna siya tong mga DPWH, mga plumbing districts, and so on. So section 501.1.2, so advance notice. So it shall be the duty of the registered and licensed master plumber doing the work authorized by the permit to notify the administrative authority that said work is ready for inspection. Such notification shall be given not less than 3 days before the work is inspected. So self-explanatory na siya. So section 501.1.3, responsibility. It shall be the duty of the holder of a permit to make sure that the work will stand the test prescribed before giving the notification and provide all the testing equipment and facilities required. So kaning responsible dahil sa permit is the licensed master plumber lang, wala nilain. So section 501.1.4, retesting. If the administrative authority finds that the work will not pass the test, necessary corrections shall be made, and the work shall be then resubmitted for another test or inspection. So mabalik na po siya mag-advance notice na po siya 3 days, magkuha na po bagong permit ang licensed master plumber. The permittee shall be assessed an appropriate fee appearance. So sa section 501.1.5, test shall be conducted in the presence of the administrative authority or of his duly appointed representative. So sa section 501.1.6, corrections, notices of corrections or violations shall be written by the administrative authority and hand-delivered to the permittee at the site of the work or sent by registered mail to the permittee's authorized representative. So pag may mabantayan ng administrative authority nga kailangan i-correct, kailangan i-usab or unsa ba i-renovate, so isend niya ang corrections nga kailangan sa master plumber. So section 501.1.7, approval. Upon the satisfactory completion of plumbing work and successful final test of the installation, so installation meaning yung plumbing system, a certificate of approval shall be issued by the administrative authority to the permit on demand. So section 501.1.8, covering or use. No plumbing or drainage system, building sewer, private sewer disposal system, or part thereof shall be covered, concealed, or put into use until it has been inspected, tested, and approved as prescribed in the code. So ang gina-specify niya is yung mga septic tank dili pa dapat i-cover yung mga pipes sa wastewater na dili pa dapat i-cover pag wala pa na-inspect or na-test. So section 501.1.9 uncovering. So any drainage system or plumbing system, building sewer, private sewer disposal system, or part thereof, which is installed, altered, or repaired, is covered or concealed before the installation is inspected, tested, and approved as prescribed in this code, shall be uncovered for inspection and testing after notice to uncover the work that has been issued to the responsible person at the job site by the plumbing inspector. So, balik ta sa Appendix B. So, B10.1.2, system components shall be properly identified as to manufacturer. Septic tanks or other primary systems shall have the rated capacity permanently marked on the unit. So sa mga pipes na nasa capacity pila cubic meters per second iyang kaya, pila ang iyang volume nga makaya di iyang flow nga makaya sa septic tank pod iyang capacity. So B10.1.3, septic tanks or other primary systems shall be installed on dry, level, and well compacted soil. So B10.1.4, if design is predicated on soil test, the system shall be installed at the same location and depth as the tested area. So B10.1 testing. So B10.2.1, septic tanks or other primary components shall be filled with water to flow line prior to requesting inspection. All seams or joints shall be left exposed except the bottom, and the tank shall remain watertight. So watertight meaning wala yung magawas tubig. So B10.2.2, so all flow tests shall be performed through the system to the point of effluent disposal. All lines and components shall be watertight. Capacities, required airspace, and fittings shall be in accordance with the provisions set forth in this appendix. So Appendix B.11, abandoned sewers and sewage disposal facilities. So B11.1, every abandoned building, house, sewer, or part thereof shall be plugged or capped in an approved manner within 1.5 meter of the property line. So, di ba sa atong balay naman tayo setbacks, siguro ang typical makita nimo 2 meters sa left side, sa right side, o sa rear side, 3 meters sa front side sa imong balay. So within 1.5 meters daw, so napaka 0.5 allowance before ma-reach imong edge sa setback. So B11.2, every cesspool, septic tank, and seepage pit which has been abandoned or has been discontinued otherwise from further use or to which no waste or soil pipe from a plumbing fixture is connected shall have the sewage removed therefrom and be completely filled with earth, sand, gravel, concrete, or other approved material. So pag wala ginagamit, so kailangan na siya tanggalon. Tapos i-backfill na po na mo siya, ibalik pinapareha sa BD2. So B11.3, the top cover or arch over the cesspool, septic tank, or seepage pit shall be removed before filling, and the filling shall not extend above the top of the vertical portions of the sidewall or above the level of any outlet pipe until inspection has been called and the cesspool, septic tank, or seepage pit has been inspected. After such inspection, the cesspool, septic tank, or seepage pit shall be filled to the level of the top of the ground. So kaning level nga pasabot niya, kaning level of the top of the ground is the natural grade line sa imong balay. So B11.4, no person or owning of controlling any cesspool, septic tank, or seepage pit on the premises of such person or in that portion of any public street, alley, or other public property abutting such premises shall fail, refuse, or neglect to comply with the provisions of this section or upon receipt of notice so to comply from the department having jurisdiction. So ang department nga ginapasabot niya is yung administrative authority pa rin. So B11.5, where disposal facilities are abandoned consequent to connecting any premises with the public sewer, the permittee making the connection shall fill all abandoned facilities as required by the administrative authority within 30 days from the time of connecting to the public sewer. So sa Section 502, testing. So Section 501.2.1, responsibility. The equipment, material, and labor necessary for inspections or tests shall be furnished by the person to whom the permit is issued or by whom inspection is requested. So ang mga equipment daw, material or labor unsa ba kay ang mag-asikaso kay ang licensed master plumber since siya may nagkakuha sa permit. So Section 501.2.2, media. The piping of the plumbing, drainage, and venting system shall be tested with water or air. The administrative authority requires the opening or removal of any plug or clean out, etc. So clean out yung katong nasa pipe, katong mura siya nagalahos nga duha ka tubo, to ascertain if the testing medium has reached all parts of the system. After the plumbing fixtures had been set and their traps filled with water, they shall be submitted again for a final test. So discuss na natin ang testing karon. So Section 501.2.3, water test. The water test shall be applied to the drainage and vent system in its entirety or in sections. If applied to the entire system, all openings in the piping shall be tightly closed, except the highest opening, and the system filled with water to the point of overflow. So if the system is tested in sections, each opening shall be tightly plugged, except the highest opening of the section under test. And each section shall be filled with water, but no section shall be tested with less than a 3 meter head of water. So 3 meter head is pressure head na siya. So pag i-convert na to, 3 times 9.81 kilonewton meter per kilonewton per cubic meter na siya, or 29.43 kilopascals. In testing successive sections, at least the upper 3 meter height of the preceding section previously tested shall be tested again, so that no joint or pipe in the building, except the uppermost 3 meter of the system, shall have been submitted to a test of not less than 3 meter head of water. So same kanina, 29.43 kilopascals. The water shall be kept in the pipe system or in the portion under test for at least 15 minutes before the inspection starts. The system shall be tight at all joints. So tight meaning yung water tight, wala yung magawas na tubig. So muna siya water test. Kani siya example niya sa water test sa ang right side example sa water test sa water supply line. So ibutangan niya gauge pressure ang faucet, tapos i-on yung faucet hangtod sa nai-reading mo gawas sa gauge. So dapat ang mugawas sa gauge is 5 psi or 29.43 kPa. So pag na pressure drop, meaning na leak. So Section 501.2.4, air test. The air test shall be made by attaching an air compressor testing apparatus to any suitable opening, and after closing all the other inlets and outlets to the system, air is forced into the pipe system until there is a uniform gauge pressure of 34.5 kPa, or sufficient to balance a column of mercury 254 mm in height. So the pressure shall be held without introduction of additional air for a period of at least 15 minutes. So So muna siya sa air test. So ang disadvantage lang ng air test is ang air is compressible fluid na siya. So as nakita nyo ganina sa air test nga procedure, pina-plug ang uban outlet or inlet. So meaning ang air dito mapundo. So tapos ang air dito mura kanang na-risk nga pwede siya mabuto or maigo mo. So kung mag-air test man mo kibali in the future, mag-suot na lang mo personal protective equipment. So Section 501.2.5, so building sewer test. Building sewers shall be tested by plugging the end of the of the building sewer at its point of connection with the public sewer or private sewage disposal system, and completely filling the building sewer with water from the lowest to the highest point thereof, or by approved equivalent low pressure air test, or by such other tests as may be prescribed by the administrative authority. The building sewer shall be watertight at all points. So wala mo gas na tubig, so ang kadalasan ginagamit ani nga test is water test gyapon. So section 501.2.6 water piping. Upon completion of a section or the entire hot and cold water supply systems, it shall be tested and proved tight under water pressure not less than the working pressure under which it is to be used plus 50%. The water used for test shall be obtained from a potable source of supply, so water supply line. 344.5 kPa air pressure may be substituted for the water test. In either method of test, the piping shall withstand the test without leaking for a period of not less than 10-15 minutes. So sa air test dahil kami ko ingon ganina, so pag naapoy pressure drop dito, naapoy leak. So muna siya sa building sewer test. So bago daw siya ma-connect sa main sewer line, kanang i-water test na daw siya or i-air test. So section 501.2.7 defective systems. An air test shall be used in testing the tightness condition of the drainage or plumbing system of any building premises when there is reason to believe that it has become defective. In buildings or premises condemned by the proper administrative authority because of an unsanitary condition of the plumbing system or part thereof, the alterations in such systems shall conform to the requirements of this code. So section 501.2.8 moved structures. All parts of the plumbing systems of any building or part thereof that are moved from one foundation to another or from one location to another shall be completely tested as prescribed for new work as described, except that walls or floors need not to be removed during the test when other equivalent means of inspections acceptable to the plumbing authority are provided. So sa napoy times nga ang water line nga imong gina water test kibali, for example, is nasa ilam sa yuta tapos napay simento. So naapoy device nga kanang maka-detect siya leak ba. Mura siya makadungog og sound gikan sa ubos sa yuta maski pila pa na ka meters pababa. So siguro ma-supply po siya sa administrative authority. So section 501.2.9 protectively coated pipe. So inspection and repair shall conform to the section 501 with special care to avoid damage on the outside coating of the pipe and the proper restoration of damaged portions. Section 501.2.10 test for shower receptors. So shower receptors shall be tested for water tightness by filling with water to the level of rough threshold. So threshold yung kita mo itong harang sa CR, kanang mura siya simento, siguro mga 2-inch or 50 mm katasun. So moto siya ang threshold. So the test plug shall be so placed that both upper and under sides of a sub-pan shall be subjected to the test at the point where it is clamped to the drain. So ang pasabot niya nga plug is rubber or plastic. So muna siya ng shower receptors. Ang pipe sa drain sa shower is ginabutangan nila plug which is rubber or plastic. Tapos ang butangan nila tubig hantod sa threshold na 50 mm. Tapos pakuano nila mga 15 minutes niya pag walay mo leak, okay ang shower receptors. So ginagamit niya siya sa mga shower nga kadalasan na sa second floor. Ginatanaw nila kung mag-leak ba sa ubos na shower pod ang gikan sa taas na tubig ay lang ipapundo sa threshold. So muna to siya guys. So this is my references. Thank you, God bless, and keep safe.